episode of the It Factor Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson, and today we have someone special. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Taylor Wilson. I am a videographer for the Miami Dolphins and Hard Rock Stadium, and I'm here to chop it up and see what the It Factor is about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, with that, how are you doing mentally, physically, emotionally? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. NFL season is definitely taxing
Mm-hmm.
in all of those areas. I could definitely say that. Obviously, just finished my first one, so but I'm doing well now. Like, things are slowing down. A lot better work-life balance now. I can go to the gym and have my weekends back. But I'm doing well. I can't complain.
Got you. That's amazing. I feel like our jobs do take a lot out of us, especially if you're in a demanding job. But the cool job that you do have, man, how is it day to day? Like, how did it during season, like in season, how is
Um, every day varies. I
it?
will say that. They put me and one of my coworkers sort of in charge of some of the studio responsibilities. And so me and him worked at the facility pretty much full time. So like our offices are in the stadium, but they transferred us over to the facility just to handle like press conferences. And so we'll have coach comes like however many times a week. And then we have a time period where there's open locker room media. So we go there and media goes around the locker room, talk to the players. So we got to make sure we get that captured, upload that, and then we just have projects, pretty much every day, like every week we have different projects, whether that's going to be the hype tape for the next game, or if we won the game prior, somebody's working on the recap. And we also produce a show that goes on Valley Sports. And so we do that in our studio, we record that,
Yeah.
and somebody edits that every week. And so it really does vary. During like training camp and stuff, we go out to practice and stuff. Like during the season, we don't really do anything practice related. But yeah, I mean, they definitely keep us busy during the week. And then if we're home, we'll have off day Saturday and we play Sunday. And if we're away, we travel the day before. We got to spend a week in California. That was awesome. So it really does vary day to day, but there's always something going on. That's for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can only imagine because I know I follow a lot of NFL teams, but I follow the Chiefs because my cousin played for them, and I know they have a docu series. And I'm like, every NFL team needs this, but I'm like, I wonder how much time that would take. Like, I know it takes a lot to like have that turnaround time because it like drops episode drop every week. So I
Yeah,
think,
yeah. Turnaround time type of stuff. You're just recording, and you probably just like you ingest that footage, and you're going right at it. But it makes the job fun, keeps us busy. I love it.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So with that, how did you get into media then?
Uh, I would say it probably goes back to like out middle school.
Mhm.
Um, I was invited to a birthday party to go to the movie theaters, and we went to go see Transformers. And like for whatever reason, I just got really curious. I was like, how do they put the people with the robots and do all that stuff? And so I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like I just really got into like behind the scenes of movies and stuff like that. And then in eighth grade, the high school that I was going to, they have all the high schools in our district have different like a special program. And so the high school that I was going to had a fine and performing arts program. Like, what are the odds of that? I don't know. But like they came to talk to us about so it entailed like acting and dance, and then they had a section for video and music that was like a conjoined thing. And I was like, you know what? I don't know, like I'm just gonna apply. Like I was into music. I was playing guitar then. Like I was always into arts. Art was always my favorite class. I did photography class in middle school, and like so it was always like there. But decided to apply and I got in the program. So I did that all of high school. Junior year, I like chose the route for video. So that's kind of where I learned more so about cameras and the editing programs and things like that. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna study film. Like, and a lot of people were like super like, "Are you sure you want to go do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, like what else am I gonna do?" Like, so yeah, it stemmed back from like middle school, um, really,
All right,
which
all
is
right. So you had time to work on your craft and still
yeah,
just working on it. Look where it got you and where it's gonna take you.
right,
That's amazing. That's amazing to stick with that. I always love asking those questions because I know, with me being an engineer, I think that a lot of times in doing this podcast, I think like a lot of times I was telling my friend and my wife last night, I was like, "Dang, what if I started this podcast like years ago. I like learned how to do this stuff. I
right,
would be like, not even just because of a status, but it's more of like, dang, I would know like a lot. But I commend you for that because you stuck with it and you still like it. So that's
yeah.
that's an amazing thing. So with you starting in middle school, would you say that that sparked the interest in you learning, going digging deeper into saying I'm gonna go to film school and also I'm gonna learn how to edit and be a videographer?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how this Transformers movie sparked that interest, but it really did, and I'm glad that it did. Um, Obviously turned into working in sports, but like I learned a lot along the way, whether I thought it was gonna be in movies or whatever I thought I was gonna be doing. But yeah, for sure, I learned a lot about editing in high school in that program, and then just sort of like teaching myself on my own at home, and like my brother played sports, and so he would be like, "Bring your camera to my game and make a edit for me." So I was doing that without realizing like that's what I was gonna be doing with my life. So it's just really awesome, like full circle moments for sure.
Ooh, that's cool because you was out there working. You was working on your craft. I think that's a good thing. So with that, I would say, what is your it factor? Why you do what you do?
I'd say I do what I do. Like I realized like in my career, like I've had after graduating college, I've had this is my second job out of school. Um, I think just like being one of the few that look like me doing what I'm doing, like I'm able to relate easily
Mhm.
with a lot of people that, I'm working for, working with, like relationally, like just on a cultural level that like some of my like the people that I work with can't relate on that level with them because I mean they don't come from the same thing. Like they don't get it. So and just like creating that family feel has always been super important to me, like in any job that I'm in, like whether it's with my coworkers, with the guys that I'm working with the, just like staff in general. Um, but I love the sport. I want to inspire others that look like me to like know that you can do this too. Like you can get involved. Like you just, if you love it and you have a passion for it, like I just say do it. Like you're gonna have some doubts, but like you can do it. And I would just say also, I just love like just the connection part and networking and making relationships that are just gonna last a lifetime and like open doors for you. I've realized that now, like working in the NFL, just so many doors can be open just like being connected to the right people.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's amazing, man. All the players, different people you get to meet, different people that's in your same shoes. So in that, I would say, what would you tell someone that's going to school or trying to do what you do now? What's some advice you would give them?
I know it sounds cliche, but like seriously, like work hard. Don't be afraid to start from the bottom.
Mhm.
Don't be afraid to do the job that nobody wants to do. Like I moved from after graduate college, I moved from New Jersey all the way to Houston to take an internship. Like thankfully I had family living there because like I wasn't making enough to live on my own, like that's for sure. But
Mhm.
like I took that risk and I moved across the country. I took an internship job and just like I stepped out on faith to do it, and I became full time within 8 months. And so like I was working hard. I was doing all the little sports that nobody wanted to do, and the tennis and all this. Like I was doing that. I knew like football was my passion, but I was like, I gotta work my way up to that. And like I was logging footage, like doing all that stuff you didn't want to do. Like even as a student when I was doing it, like you just have to be you just have to be want to be around and want to learn from the people that are like above you. And like when I was doing it in college, I was doing it for free. like I just had to get my foot in the door. And so work hard, don't be afraid to start from the bottom. And I mean, hey, I got here within a good amount of time, I feel like. So
Got you. I like that. I like that's some good advice too. I feel like my friends say the same thing. Seeing where media can take you, I definitely would say, and just going to college in general, but just that networking piece, I would say that's a big thing. That's how I get people even on the show. And to see the amazing things that y'all are doing, I just commend it because it's like it needs to be heard about, and also I feel like everybody could do it, but everybody's not willing to put in the work.
yeah,
So
exactly.
definitely, definitely. So with this being your dream job, what has been some of your most memorable moments of this year?
Um, this year was awesome. Obviously it didn't finish how we wanted to, but like it like I couldn't be happier like in the place that I'm in. Um, we coach rewarded us all a game ball for our first win of the season, which was awesome. I was like, you didn't have to do that. Like I was like, that's my little prized possession. I love it. So that's been awesome. Just like being able to like be around these guys like Tua and Tyreek and like they're normal people, like being able to connect with these people. Like I got to sit down with Tua and just talk to him. Like he just sat down at the table and said, "What's your name?" Like I don't know you. Like what's going on? And like ever since then, I was like, Tua knows my name. Like that's pretty.
Yeah,
Like when you think about it, I'm pretty nonchalant about a lot of things, but like when I really think about it, it's like that's pretty awesome. So I've loved that, and like we got to do a few like feature pieces last year. I got to travel to Texas, and we got to like spend some days with some of the guys and just like capture who they are, like off the field, which is like stuff that I love to do, like because they are people, like
definitely.
out of the uniform. Like I love capturing stuff like that, just like not just on field stuff, like the stuff outside of that, like
Mhm.
it's like really it can be really compelling. And so um yeah, and then just like the crew that I work with, the people that I work with, like they're my friends. I call them my friends, my coworkers. Like we like have really created a bond just because, we're in this together day in, day out, dealing with all the ups and downs that this job comes with. Like I couldn't imagine doing it with anybody else. And so those are just like some of my favorite things about this job. Yeah, this
Yeah.
job really breeds opportunity. So
Mhm. That's dope. That's very dope. And that also, well, my next question, with that and being able to have that much access and being able to work with some great people to where you call them family, what's something you're looking forward to in your second season?
Um, I would say other than more wins and hopefully some more playoffs
Uh-huh.
and maybe a Super Bowl, who knows?
Uh-huh.
I do want to do more so of like capturing their personalities. Like that is like probably my favorite thing. Like there's a lot of personalities on this team,
Uh-huh.
and I love capturing that stuff that's off the field and capturing their lives outside of football. So hopefully we'll get to do a few more features. Some of the guys. We'll see. But I mean, I love football, so I know it just ended, but
Mhm.
like I'm ready for it again. Like, and just like during camp, we get to just pitch some fun ideas and do like the whole camp thing and ask the guys questions. Like, those are like my favorite pieces, like literally ever. So, I'm excited for that. You never know. We'll have some new faces, I'm sure. So that's gonna be fun. We'll see.
Definitely. What is one of your ultimate life goals? It can be work related or outside of it.
Um, I would say, other than, getting married and starting a family, that's like definitely a goal of mine. I do want to continue to like inspire others and continue to be the light and be like somebody that like people can look up to if this is something they're looking into doing,
Mhm.
um, to know that like they can do this too, because it was my dream to get to NFL, and I'm like now I'm here, and I'm like I didn't think I was gonna be here so soon. I just figured that like I probably work at the college level a little bit longer and maybe have a director position before I got here. But like you really can't if you put your mind to it and you work hard and like you continue to like work on your craft, like you can get here. Like you can do it. Um, and so I just want to continue to inspire people. And then I do one day want to like open up my own media group with like a group of creatives where like we don't only have to do, things related to athletes and things like that, but like expand our horizons, do weddings or just like, just take on pretty much like freelance work. But like I do want to like one day get together like a solid group of creatives, whether it's video and photo, graphics and motion graphics and things like that. Um, it's definitely something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I'm like, I do want to do it. I just, I got to write that down, make that plan,
Mm.
steps. So, but I'm happy where I am right now. But like that is someday, one day thing I want to do.
Yeah, we gonna have to talk, man. I got an amazing media team. Like if you once you keep watching my stuff and seeing some stuff I'm doing, even with me dropping my book, my media team, they some good people. I love y'all to meet each other. They some good people.
Connect for sure. I love it.
Definitely. So with that, who are you beyond your working title?
I think people that will know me know that my faith is very important to me, and two, my family. I'm very family oriented, and like those are the two things I probably talk about the most. And so people that know me know that. And other than that, I love music. I love to spend time with my friends. I love to go to the movies, arcades, like bowling, amusement parks, all that type of stuff. I love doing that type of stuff. Um, and then if you're around me enough, you know that I laugh at literally everything.
Mhm.
I mean, like I love to laugh. I love being around people that can make me laugh. Um, some people say well, I'm funny. I don't know about that, but like, like I just like to enjoy people's company. And yeah, I mean, I'm a lighthearted person, like easy to be around, easy to connect with, easy to like just be friends with and be around. I have a very it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason type of mindset. And yeah, I mean, that's who I am. And other than my job, but I do love football. If I didn't have the job, I would still love it. So I love sports. I love being around it. I grew up around it. And so yeah.
That's dope. That's very dope. You're a great person. I'm glad I got in touch with you.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
glad
awesome.
you're part of the network because you seem like a great person and just amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Definitely.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So I will say my last question is do you have any questions for me?
I would say just like when did you start this podcast, and like why you do what you do, and like how like have you found it hard to navigate through the field, like being African American, like
Mm.
being that minority, I guess you could say. Um, because I know like for me, like that is something that like I do think about, and I'm like, yeah, you have to work hard to like get to where we're at.
You're right. You're definitely right. I would say I started back in 2019. Like I said, by trade, I'm an engineer. I love football, played football. So to interview those people, to interview engineers, to interview people that's in the field, to not even have a book coming out to tell the stories. Because people always say, man, how you got so and so on? Like once I post you, people, how you got Taylor? Man, how you did that? And you have to let people know that I did it this way, and this is how you can do it. I feel like with me being a minority, working in engineering and also doing this podcast, a lot of people are surprised that I even do a podcast. And then they see the people I brought on, they're like, hey, man, what? You do this? And it's like the biggest thing I say is stay consistent, believe in what you're doing. And I feel like it's like you said, I'm big on faith and big on spirituality. I feel like God put me into this to be able to show my people in different lights. Need it be, yes, I'm gonna show you some NFL players, but I want to show you their lifestyle. Yes, I'm gonna show you this engineer, but I want to show you what they do outside of engineering because I want young people, older people, and people that are looking like they want to get a new job. Hey, dang, Jeremy doing this? Okay, man, let me see if I. So that's why I started a podcast, and that's why I reach out to people like yourself because I feel like it's just something I'm supposed to do, and I feel good every time I do this. Like
Yeah.
it's not never a time I get on this, and I'm like, oh, I don't like these people, man. Why I'm doing this, And I also feel like it's something I'm supposed to do. I feel like it's one of my gifts, definitely. I would-
Yeah, I feel that. I can totally relate to that. I definitely feel like I'm exactly where God put me to be, where I'm supposed to be. Just like throughout the whole journey, just like how things worked out, how they're orchestrated. I'm just like, that's only one answer for that, to be honest. So, yeah, that's awesome. I love what you're doing. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I look forward to keep working with you and just keep growing and everything. And just my network is your network. And just I'll be reaching out to you too from time to time because definitely I love what you're doing. So
Thank-
have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for having me on.